Hello, my friends at Todos Unidos. As your school counselor, I thought it would be fun to read you a story. This is a new book for me, and it's called Time to Get Started by Lisa Griffin. I hope you enjoy it. Hey everyone, Blake here again. Do any of you kids like to play video games? Well, I sure do. I get to chase bad guys and race cars and play sports on my gaming system. I have a blast doing it. Well, that is until a kid's worst nightmare happens. Blake, time to get started, Mom yells. Blake, time to get started on this and that. Can't adults leave us alone and let us have some fun? It happened just the other day. I was all into this game and heard my mom say, Blake, time to get started, cleaning your room. Play video games or clean my room. Yeah, that's a hard choice. So I ignored my mom and kept playing. Before long, Mom was right in front of me. She turned the game off and said those words again. Time to get started. She told me Grandpa helped her learn to take initiative on things. That means get started by following 4 easy steps. Focus on what needs to get done. Figure out what's stopping you. Come up with a plan and get started. And ask for help if nothing else works. Mom asked if I had completed step 1. Yeah, I know. I need to clean my room. I'll do it later. Mom said, You say that a lot, but it rarely gets done. Focusing on it means you put all your attention on that task. Now, look at it. Step 2, there are many reasons why kids don't start their work. Like what? Well, sometimes people are worried about doing it the right way, or maybe they're having a hard time paying attention. Sometimes they just don't want to do it. Or sometimes they think the task is too hard. Mom asked, Why do you think you didn't get your room started? Didn't start to clean your room? Because it's too hard. Nice try, bud, but I'm pretty sure that you just don't want to do it. How can parents read our minds? Mom asked, Do you think I'm going to let you not clean your room? No. Right. So you might as well do it and be done so you can do the fun things that you'd like. Mom helped me with step 3. Come up with a plan and get started. We started by making up a game. We called it Dirty Clothes Basketball, where we tossed all my dirty clothes into the hamper. Then we set a timer for 5 minutes to see if we could do it in that amount of time. I made the winning dirty clothes 3-pointer just as time expired. I guess that really wasn't that bad because then I got to do something that really was fun. The next day at school, my teacher, Mrs. Stelly, introduced us to something called multiplication. Whoa, that sounds like a grown-up word. Mrs. Stelly kept showing us example after example, but it still didn't make any sense to me. Then she passed out a multiplication paper for us to work on by ourselves. I tried looking at the wall and out the window, but nothing was helping. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Mrs. Stelly staring at me and my paper. Here we go again. I know exactly what she's gonna say. Blake, it's time to get started. Your mom told me about your plan. Try to complete step 1. Focus on what needs to get done. So I looked at the paper again, thinking about the problems. Great. Look at step 2. Figure out why you didn't get started. I bet I can guess why you haven't started. Wait! My teacher also knows all the reasons kids don't get started on things? Mrs. Stelly said, Sometimes kids think multiplication is too hard. More like impossible, he said. I know, it might feel that way, But let me help you. When you feel like things are too hard, the first thing you need to do is check whether or not you know what to do. If you don't, you can ask for clarification and help. Do you know what to do on this paper? The only thing I know how to do on this paper is write my name, he said. Okay, well, let me help. Blake, a lot of multiplication involves addition. For example, look at the problem number 1, 5 times 2. All that really means is 2 groups of 5. Can you count by 5 2 times? Yeah, I said. 5, 10, easy. After a few more problems, I was on a roll. I guess multiplication really isn't that hard. Nothing could stop me from starting my work now. I am becoming a working machine. The next day, Mrs. Stelly asked us to write about our favorite vacation. I closed my eyes and remembered the time we went to the click, click, click. Seriously? What's that noise? I looked over and our pet hamster Hammy was drinking from his water bottle. Dude, shh. Apparently, hamsters don't understand English because he kept drinking and drinking. And then I heard those words again. Time to get started. I looked straight at Mrs. Stelly. It's not my fault. You need to go talk to Hammy. He's being annoying. Mrs. Stelly explained that sometimes people don't get started on their work because they're distracted. How could we make this situation better? Tape Hammy's mouth shut. Huh? No, that would hurt him. What if I moved him out of the room or you moved further away? I guess I can try that. I decided to sit on the other side of the room, and it didn't take long before I was remembering my favorite vacation. Sitting on top of a mountain, about to go dirt biking. Next time someone is bugging me, hopefully it will be a person, not a hamster, so I can just ask them to stop. If not, I'll just ask if I can find another place to work, like I did this time. Phew. That night, my brother Braden was making an All About Me poster for school. All he had to do was glue pictures to the poster. Seriously? How hard is that? Dude, time to get started, I said. He said I can't. What's the problem? I knew this wasn't too hard for him, and it seemed like he wanted to. I had no clue why he wasn't getting started, so I asked him. I don't want to mess it up, he said. Braden was worried about not doing his poster the right way. Mom said she was glad he wanted to do well, but he was acting like a perfectionist. Apparently, that's someone who feels they have to be perfect all the time. Don't they realize everyone makes mistakes? Mom talked to Braden and told him he just needed to do his best. And if he messed up, it was no big deal. Mistakes are fine as long as we learn from them. I decided I would help him come up with a plan. Braden was worried that if he glued the pictures in the wrong spot, it wouldn't look good. I reminded him that he could lay out the pictures without gluing them first to see what it was going to look like. And that's all it took. Next thing I knew, he was on a roll and finished up really fast. Braden's poster turned out great. That's probably because he had an awesome picture of his awesome brother on it. That weekend, after I got done with my chores, my friends and I went to play baseball in my jungle. Seriously, the grass was up to my knees. Dad, weren't you supposed to mow the backyard 3 weeks ago? I guess I need to show my dad what to do when it's time to get started. So remember, you can practice getting started by having a calm place to work, using a timer. Be sure to explain or ask for help. Getting help figuring out what's first to do. Taking a break if you need it. Getting easy directions from your mom or dad. And making sure you understand what they're asking you to do. I know you guys can all do it. I miss you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed my story.